welcome back to my channel. I'm Guye and you're watching Guye TV. So today, as you can tell by the title, we are trying out the new relaunch of the Tarte foundation. Tarte tried it last year and they came out with two types of foundations, a matte and a hydrating one. And I think it had 25 shades each and it was just a fail. They tried it with the dark skin community. They tried it with anything melanated, to be honest. So they came out again with a new formula with the foundation shades, and they came out with 50 shades. And I took a video of kind of the shades that I saw at the store. So I went to Ulta this morning right at 11 a.m. because it's Sunday, you know, they open it a little bit late. So I went, kind of looked around, saw what they had, and y'all, it's very different. My first thoughts before I even get into the foundation demo is the shade range is still not as diverse, because it literally jumped from like the darkest shade to like sandpaper, and I think it was called mahogany, and then what I got was espresso. So I tried the darkest shade and then I tried the shade right before it. These are the two darkest shades of the new Tarte foundation. This is the darkest and this is the second to darkest. That's insane. But I'm gonna take this one home, try it, and actually see if it does something, because it looks like red and it's the darker shade, so we might just have some problems, but we'll see. And then the other one just kind of looked like when it rains, you know how it's like when it rains in spring and the mud kind of gets muddier and muddier and muddier, but it's like the opposite. So it's like, I don't even know who, like, obviously I don't know who fits those colors because I don't, but I just felt like the shade range still didn't get it right. And then on top of that, like when I tried the darkest one, it kind of gave me a red undertone, but I'm like, okay, maybe it's in the store, I'll wear it, I'll buy it, try it at home and see if I like it. It gave me a red undertone. And then I went to the concealer section because I also rebought the Tarte Shape Tape concealer in mahogany, but I tried the darkest shade on my arm, no, on my hand, and it was the perfect formula. There was no red undertone. It was the weirdest thing. Like I was telling the associate, I'm like, this concealer is my perfect foundation shade, but the foundation shade yet has like a red undertone. It was super weird, but I bought it. I wanted to show you guys. I wanted to give it a try. I want to know if I'm going to cancel Tarte for myself, because the first foundation launch that came out, I didn't even bother to go, just after watching Alyssa Ashley's video with Jackie Aina and them going through the names and just trying on the foundation themselves. So this time I told myself I was going to give it a chance. But anyways, yeah, I wanted to give it a chance myself to see if I'm going to cancel it. And I always love to give honest reviews about different foundation brands and companies and just shades in general, just because like beauty companies are now capitalizing off of bringing out darker shades and wanting to appease and having a diverse color range, when in reality they want to just jump on the fad and make as much money as they can, because they know that we have a super high buying power. Plus we're gonna go out and try these shades because obviously there's been a demand for it. I mean, we women of color, like, we live in the US, we live all around the world, but it's crazy that it's only in the last like 3-4 years that now companies are coming out with shades and all that stuff. So let me, okay, put my phone on silent. So let's get into the demo. I feel like I talked enough. I already did my eyes just to get that out of the way, and that way this can go faster. So like I said, I bought the foundation in the darkest shade, and the darkest shade is called Espresso 61H. And this is the packaging of the new foundation. Also, if you guys haven't subscribed yet, hit the subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and yeah. And then this is what it looks like. Like I said, like you can already tell from the bottle, like it has a red undertone. And I'm just going to compare this to the Fenty Beauty 490. So from the bottle you can't tell, but I might just do a demo squirting. So this is the Fenty Beauty 490, but I'm going to squirt both of these in my hand so you guys can see what they both look like. So the first one is, this is the Tarte in the shade Espresso, and this is Fenty. So I'm a more neutral shade, so that is more my color, not that. So we're gonna try it, but as you can tell, like the Fenty doesn't have a red undertone, but the Tarte one, if you look at it from here, it kind of does. Sorry about my dry hands. So I think it's, I'm kind of scared just because, like, if it's the darker shade, even like the Espresso, to be honest, if I'm gonna give any advice to people at Tarte, Espresso needs 3 different undertones. Like, that's one thing that the Morphe got right. Like, although they had all these dark shades, they made sure they gave different undertones: the cool, the neutral, the warm, the honey, the olive, all of those. And I feel like Tarte just did not cover that. But we're just gonna go ahead with the foundation. I'm gonna use the Collab Pep Talk Skin Primer and Skin Booster. I love this. It makes my skin so soft. Hear my brother in the background. But yeah, this is from Collab. I'll have it linked down below if you guys want to try it. I love it. It's amazing. It's one of their new primers. So yeah, it's bomb. Even Collab is a newer brand, and it has even gotten it right. Like, it's weird that their foundation, honestly, me and 3 other Sudanese YouTubers, SUDANI Doll and Melanin Rich, I think some of us are different undertones, but yet the Collab foundation works for all 3 skin tones. So like, how did they get that right? Yet Tarte, this is my, I hope that I can eat my words and hope that this is a good foundation. But let's go ahead and start. So this is my skin before the foundation, and let's go ahead and have some on. What brush am I gonna use? You can already tell it's red. Oh my gosh, it's so red. But I'm gonna go ahead and just do my face. What? Oh my god. It's okay. I'm gonna do my face with it. You know what? Let's be honest. I'm gonna do one side with it and one side with my Fenty Beauty foundation. So this side is the Tarte. Oh my gosh. It literally is just red. It is not. Yikes. I would not feel comfortable wearing this out of the house or anywhere, to be honest. This is, and then this side is the Fenty Beauty and 490. This is live video. This is crazy. I'm just gonna go ahead and get my Fenty through here because I'm not about to look crazy. Okay, Fenty Beauty. Look at how that like matches perfectly. Tarte. Like, no sir. This is, this ain't it. This ain't it. I feel so red, if you guys can see, like. And then my Fenty one is like more toned down because it's my skin tone shade. Look at that. What kind of, it's crazy. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh boy. I'm gonna go ahead and conceal, and I'm gonna use the Tarte Shape Tape concealer in Mahogany and see if it saves it. Lord, I don't know. I'm already not liking it just because, like I said, it's so red, and if this is the darkest, like, we're not all red undertones. Okay guys, so this is the final look. Once again, this is the Tarte Shape Tape side, and this is the Fenty Beauty. I like the Fenty Beauty a lot more because I feel like it's a lot more natural to my skin tone, and it's a lot more toned down. Whereas this, like, I couldn't wear it just like foundation and a concealer. I have to make sure I get everything else beat, and sometimes I just like a natural beat where I just put some foundation and some eyeshadow, well, primer, foundation, some eyeshadow, and call it good. But I'm just gonna say it's a no for me just because I have a neutral undertone. With everything else I did with that, with setting and everything, it looks okay, but it's still not my favorite. And like I said, there are plenty of friends of mine that are way darker than me that are not ever going to be able to use this foundation because they don't have the undertone. It's way too light for them, and quite frankly, it's just red. I mean, I don't know how else to point it out, and I am definitely not a red undertone at all. It does like give me like a brighter, I don't even know what to call it, like a brighter essence to my face, but once again, like when I take pictures or anything, it's gonna look a little off because it's not gonna match me directly. Whereas here, it's the exact perfect match. So that is just my opinion for this. Is Tarte canceled? I'm not gonna say yes, but what I will say is maybe they need to do a little bit more research. I mean, Morphe did a lot better. Fenty Beauty, bomb, like that's a holy grail. Like they killed it. There are so many other companies that are just killing it as far as shade range. It shouldn't be that hard. If that means just calling in influencers or people with different skin tone types to try on foundations and creating foundations alongside of them, then do it. I mean, you guys have a great formula when it comes to the Tarte Shape Tape concealer. Like, I love the concealer. And I think the formula for this is good too, but just needs a lot of work on extending the darker shades range for sure, and then just making sure that you are hitting all of the other in-between shades, because as women of color, we're all dark. Well, not all dark, but in the darker spectrum, we all still look a little bit different. So that's what I would say to it, but I wouldn't say it's canceled. I wouldn't spend the money on it, just knowing that like you might not get the shade that you thought you wanted. And that's just me speaking for the darker skinned girls. I know with all this lighting I look lighter, but I'm not. Still chocolate, y'all. But yeah, so that's my review for the new Tape Shape Foundation. If you guys liked this review, give this video a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and join the squad. And I will see you guys in my next video. If you guys have any video suggestions that you want me to try, let me know, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.